key components in giving. We have the zakah, which is actually compulsory, and then we have sadaqah, which can be given any other given time. But zakah is actually specific, and the specific time that you're supposed to give. So because of those restrictions, Muslims knows when to give zakah and when they give sadaqah. And the best sadaqah, according to the teachings of Islam, is the sadaqah that is not announced, or sadaqah that is actually not known. We say the left hand should not know what the right hand has given when you are giving out sadaqah. So that one has somehow shielded political class within the Muslim community because of the restrictions within the Islamic setup.
Okay. Canon, the fact that there has been a tradition of giving, and now the church are perhaps, or leaders are coming out and saying, we will not either follow this, we would like not to have some announcements, we will reject. We've seen what the NCCK has spoken about, we've seen what has been spoken, reactions from various groups. Do you think it's very difficult to be able to shake off the tag for groups and individuals, or churches, if you could call it, that went ahead to receive them in the first place initially in the yesteryears?
Judge, there comes a time when we evaluate and realize that we must employ a different strategy. So the fact that previously that seemed to have been the trend and a fairly acceptable practice does not validate it to be correct today. And therefore, the religious groups, and in this case the church, has evaluated itself and realized that we need to change tact. Because, as my colleagues have said, actually these fundraising and Harambee monies and donations is a huge conduit for corruption. You always ask, why don't they do bank transfers? Why carry 5 million shillings in cash? Or the other time we saw Honorable Sudi carrying 20 million shillings in cash. Why not do an RTGS or an EFT, and that money lands from my account to your account, and we end it there? It's because these are monies largely from corruption. These are proceeds from corruption, and they don't want trails. When investigations would happen, they would be caught. You heard the other day the cabinet secretary responsible for treasury admitting in front of cameras that the country loses 2 billion shillings every day, not every month, not every week, but every day to corruption. That translates to nearly 700 billion shillings every year. That alone is enough to drive Ministry of Education, and you have excess. When that amount of money is being lost, that is the money that comes back to the religious groupings in form of donations. We are saying, as my colleague Dr. Kanga said earlier, if you take 20 million shillings and put it into a project, into a hospital, it will push you somewhere, because 100 million is enough to build you a good hospital somewhere in Marsabit, a level 3 hospital, fully functioning. Why are we not able to say that? That's why today as church we're saying, no, if you want to give the normal way, quietly like everyone else, and then you go.